boys and girls, welcome back to the second week of drawing portraits. This week we are going to draw our facial features and hopefully also do the hair. Your project should look pretty close to being completely done till the end of our video this week. Don't forget, if you get stuck on anything, you can always pause the video, go back, and just re-watch the directions. So what we're going to need is we're going to need a nice eraser and a pencil this week. Next week, you're probably going to need crayons or markers or colored pencils or whatever media, whatever materials you want to finish your project with. Okay, so first thing that we're going to do is we are going to do eyes. And I'm going to work again in marker so that you can see what I'm doing. And you can work in pencil. You can practice doing eyes on the back of your paper. I cannot because I'm working with marker and it would just absolutely come through to the front of the paper and kind of ruin it. So what we've got here that we're looking at, this would be that line that comes right where the eyes would be, and then this is the one that is the vertical line. So we're looking at a blow up of these two lines. Your eyes should sit right directly on this line. They should not be up here. I know a lot of times we want to put them high up, but the reality is that our eyes are actually in the middle of our heads. So we want to leave at least 2 fingers width between our eyes. Our eyes are approximately 1 inch, if not a little more, apart. So you want to make 2 shapes to create the eye. You want to make like a smiley shape or the shape of a bottom of a boat. You start right on that line. You just draw that little arch and you come here to this line again. You don't want to go down too low or it's going to look like a cartoon eye. Then you're going to draw an arch that goes up and comes right down so that you create that football shape. There should be points on either side. And that's how you make that eye shape. To get them even, you want to use your fingers and measure. And maybe start with like some dots so that you can figure out like how wide this eye needs to be. You can use your eraser kind of as a ruler to figure out how wide your other eye should be. And you're going to start right on that line. You're going to make that smiley sort of arch and then the frowny arch. And our eyes look just like 2 footballs. Now this one's a little lower. If I had pencil, I would probably bring it up like this. So what I'm going to do to make up for it is I'm just going to double up that line and that'll create an eyelid. Okay, to draw the inside part of the eye, which by the way that's called the iris, we want to make a circular shape. That would be the colored part of the eye, but we want it to touch both the top and the bottom. And a little bit is going to be like kind of imagined behind on either side. And we'll put the pupil right in the middle. The pupil is actually an opening in your eye that lets the light in so that you're able to see. Again, you want that circle to touch both the top and the bottom of your eye for the iris or the colored part. And then your pupil is right on the line. A way that you do not want to do your eyes is like this, because when you do your eyes like that, it makes you look like you haven't slept in a month, or like you're surprised, or like you're staring at someone. Another thing that you don't want to do is you don't want to come down and make a smiley like this and a frowny like that, because that eye would be too wide. So practice on the back until you get a good eye, and when you're ready to draw the eyes, then you come to your good paper. Leave 2 finger widths, and you're going to draw the smiley shape and the frowny shape, and the smiley shape and the frowny shape. Then you're going to put your circle in. Make sure it touches both the top and the bottom, and that they're even on both eyes. And then your pupil goes right on that line, just like that. And then I do a couple eyelashes on the outside. They kind of curve a little. Even boys have eyelashes, gentlemen. Don't say they're a girl thing. Eyelashes are made to keep the dust and dirt and sweat out of our eyes. And then our eyebrows, we don't want to put them right on top of the eye. We want them to kind of echo the shape of the eye. And then they kind of like arch out. And you might want to put them in just as little lines. Boys also have eyebrows. So once you get your lines even, they're usually a little thicker towards the inside of the eye, and then they get thinner as they come towards the outside of the eye. So you're going to draw your eyebrows. Boy, this is really hard for me to do upside down. So if I don't get great eyebrows, that's probably why. It's okay if we make mistakes when we do art. Mistakes a lot of times are how we learn how to do things. Some of us might have a couple straggler eyebrows, and that might actually give you personality, that your eyebrows look like yours. Some people want to put eyelashes on the bottom. If you've got really thick eyelashes, I do not. You could put a couple there. Okay, don't forget you can pause the video before I go on to the directions for the nose. If I'm going too fast, just stop the video and play it again. So the nose, how I usually teach this is follow the leader. So if you just do one step at a time, that would be tremendously helpful. So what we're looking at on this piece of paper is this would be the line that the eyes are drawn on, and then this is the line that the nose is drawn on. So to do the nose, I'm going to move some things around here because I want to do one big and one little for each direction. We're going to make a U shape. We're going to make the U, I'm going to actually come up here. We're going to make the U kind of like this. We're not going to put that kickstand on it to make like the letter U. And we only want to do like maybe this much of the U. Okay? So you're just going to come and make a little U shape like this, right smack dab in the middle. And what it looks like on your portrait is just like this. It's a simple U shape. Then we're going to hook a little circle, like a semicircle, but we're not going to completely close it on to that shape. I'm going to show you on this side, just right on the edge, just a little semicircle. We're not going to close it. We're going to like kind of come close. It almost looks like a mustache. So over here on our portrait, just right attached to that U shape is going to be that little semicircle. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. Coming right off of that U, we're just going to make that semicircle. So don't forget, you can pause the video if you need to erase and fix and make it even. Our last step for the bottom of the nose is we're going to make parentheses. Parentheses are like, let's say, in a sentence, it would be, I like you. And then in parentheses, you might put a lot. Part of the sentence, but you don't need it in the sentence. And I'm sure you've seen parentheses in writing. We're just going to steal those parentheses and we're going to put them, we don't want them to touch the nose. See, they don't touch the letters here. We're going to put a parenthesis right here and then a parenthesis right here. They go opposite directions, almost like that was a sentence. So over here is going to be a parenthesis. And then over here is another parenthesis. And that is the very bottom of your nose. Now for the eyes, or for the top of the nose, the bridge, which is where like your glasses fit, I just like to make two little lines. I like to keep it really simple. A lot of my students like to take it all the way down and touch where the parentheses are, and some of them like to draw like if they've got a little pug nose. However you want to finish your nose, because you know what? You are the artist. So however you want to finish your nose is just fine. Don't forget, you can always pause that video and you can just take your time and redraw. Okay, time for us to do the mouth. What we have here is this line would be right where the bottom of your nose would be. And then the mouth line is right here. So I'm going to just quickly draw the nose. So there's the bottom of your nose. You want your mouth to be a little bit wider than your nose. Because if you don't, if you draw your mouth too close together, it's going to look like you're puckering your lips or you're making fish lips. So I like to just put two little dots there, nothing really dark because I'm going to want to erase them. And I'm just going to draw a very slight smile shape. I don't want it to come down like this, like you would do like a cartoon smile. Because if I do, that's going to give me a lot of trouble. So no cartoon smiles, just a very slight curve. I'm going to go right from that corner and I'm going to come down. I might want to look in the mirror and see how thick my lips are. But you're just doubling up that line. It kind of looks almost like a banana at this point. In the middle of your top lip is a divot, like a little tiny U shape. You can feel if you put your finger up on your top lip, that little divot. That divot is actually tendons and ligaments that help us to be able to speak clearly. And what we're going to do is we're going to come out from that U shape and we're just going to bring it right into the corner of the mouth. So out from that U shape and then into the corner of the mouth. So here are all the directions for the mouth. We're going to make it a little wider. We're going to make the very slight U shape for the smile. So we don't want to look all serious. And then we're going to make our bottom lip. We're going to come up here. We're going to make a little U shape. And then we're going to come up and go right to the corner of the lip. And there is our mouth. So now we're going to do ears. The ears are going to start up here near the eyebrows. If you put your hand on your eyebrow and you turn your head, you'll see that that's where your ear starts, way up here. The easiest way to make an ear shape is to make a long, skinny C. And you're going to stop right at that nose line. On this side, you're just going to reverse it. You're going to make like a backwards C shape, starting up near the eyebrow and ending down near the nose. And that's how you make your ears. Now, everyone has different hairstyles, but there's some things that are the same. For example, our hairline starts right in front of our ears. If you put your finger right here, you'll feel that there's a little bit of hair. And our hair comes halfway between our eyebrows and our top of our head. This is the hairline. That's where the hair begins to grow. And that's going to form the basis of our hairstyle. And I'm going to switch papers. I've got quite a few different hairstyles to pull off for you guys today. The first one's going to be a boy's crew cut. You're going to look at how your hairline goes. It starts by the ears, and it just kind of does this. And to get the texture of your hair, whoops, actually I wanted to do the hair in dark marker. To get the texture of your hair, you're just going to do little teeny tiny lines. And you want them to come right up to that hairline. And of course, you're still going to be working in pencil. We're going to get the texture of that hair. Not all the boys have crew cuts though. Some of the boys have like actual hairstyles. So you're going to, let's say that this is a short haircut, but there's a part in it. We're not going to draw the part, we're going to draw the hair coming from the part. So let's say that we've got a part here and the hair kind of comes down like this. You're just going to make some lines to show where that hair comes. It's going to come down where that hairline would be. And don't forget, your hair is going to cover up here. Even though it's short, it's going to cover the crown of your head. And you know, no one's hair that has short hair will line up exactly with the top of their head. It's going to come up just a little bit. And that's how you would do like a boy's or even a woman's short haircut. And I didn't draw the part, I just drew the hair as it came from the part. Let's say I wanted to turn that short haircut into a longer haircut that has bangs. all I would do is I'd take my hair from the crown of my head, the crown is the top part, and I would bring it down. Many of the girls have like longer hairstyles. Don't forget that hair comes from the top of your head. And it also goes, like, you can't read the newspaper through your haircut. It comes like right up to your shoulders. Unless, of course, you've got a shorter hairstyle. Okay, ponytails. You've got to draw your hairline first. Starts in front of the ears to the middle of the forehead. To make the ponytail, you're going to draw your hair up. You're going to make like a hair tie here. You're going to draw all your hair. You pull it into your hair tie, right? You're going to pull all your hair up. You can draw that hairline with pencil, nice and boldly. A lot of times, if you've got a ponytail, you'll draw the ponytail. If it's a bun, it would be bigger. Here's the top of your ponytail, and of course the hair would be coming out of the hair tie. And then your ponytail would kind of come down like this. And that's how you do the ponytail. How about long hair that you do not see a bang? So here's your hairline. Your hair starts at the crown of your head, and a lot of girls will tuck that in behind the ears on either side, in behind the ear. And then even this long hair that comes down here, it starts at the crown of the head. And down it comes. And it would go right on top of your ears. So like you wasted your time drawing your ears if you've got really long hair. Okay? If you want to learn how to do your specific hair or you're struggling with it, don't forget, you can hop right on that Zoom meeting and I will help you with any aspect of your portrait that you need help with. It just kills me not to have faces on these hairstyles. So I hope you enjoyed this video and I wish you luck doing your self-portrait.